Truth isn't given, it's something you find, and we're right beside you as you free your mind.
They told me light falls down like it's chained to the ground. Said the sky poses softly, and that's why the ships go down. But I watch the shimmer dance, no curve in its romance. Just the air breathing slowly, not the earth taking stance. Pressure's not the story, it's optical density. Warm air, cold air, humidity. Oh, changing what we see. Light don't bend that way, not just cause we say it may. If the air stays still and true, it keeps a straight line view. You can twist your numbers, you can model the globe all day, but reality don't sway. No, light don't bend that way. They drew it all orthographic, forgot perspectives play, turned a living sight into plastic, made the real fade away. Said standard refraction like gospel, but the test said no, my friend. If the gradients don't flip or topple, that line won't curve to mend. Humidity's lighter, heat makes the air thin, cold above, warm below, the curve bends up, not in. Light don't bend that way, not uniform, not all day. If we saw through that much haze, the world would warp and sway. But the skyline's steady, every color holds its place. Nature's got her say, light don't bend that way. You can't force the beam to follow faith, can't curve truth, the chosen wraith. The lens remembers every lie we've spun, and straight lines tell what's really done. Pressure's up, temps down, humidity turns it around. No miracle curve today, just light doing what it does, straight and no matter what they say, when you measure you see the line still walking free. You can model the heavens, but the air won't play pretend. Reality won't sway, light don't bend that way. So teach me what's real now, what to believe. Let the eye and the mind agree, cause the truth in the air we breathe ain't curved, it's clear to see.
I don't claim to shape the real, I strip illusion till the lines reveal. No need for fate, no need for fame, the truth existed before my name. They argue circles, I draw a line, not to divide, to define. Every test a quiet vow to see what is not what we allow. The methods, the mirror, the clearer you look, the clearer you cook, 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 let truth cook. Ooh, I don't make it true, it speaks for itself. Unafraid, unmade, to fit belief. Patch the holes with borrowed grief. But Dad, I don't care who you are. It burns the false, sets the bar. Each era is a door we open wide, a path through pride to the other side. No prophets here, just those who learn to question first and never burn. The method's the mirror, the clearer you look, the clearer you cook, 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 truth cook. I don't make it true. It speaks for itself. Unafraid, unmade, untouched by help. I don't make it true. Oh, it speaks for itself. Truth resolves and it resolves itself. Reality doesn't flinch when named. It doesn't care who's blamed. It waits, patient, unashamed, while we unlearn what we became. The method's the mirror, the clearer you look, the clearer you cook, 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 truth cook. I don't make it true. It speaks for itself. I'm bent, oh no, no need for help. I don't make it true. Oh, it speaks for itself. Truth resolves and it resolves itself. Just let it cook.
Same script, different voice. They talk loud, I've got choice. Everyone a fool, every claim a deja vu. I've run this loop since the start. True, facts line up, they don't flinch. The logic folds inch by inch. I don't push, I don't shout, just let the data call them out. Every time, same sound, every time they spin around. You keep running that same old line. I mapped the route 1,000 times while you believe I just checked the signs. Truth don't move, it's you that realigns. Yeah, same script, same show. I've seen it all before you know how you talk. I mark the lines. Truth don't move, it's you that realigns. They say prove me wrong, then close their eyes. Cherry pick dreams dressed up as wise. I bring evidence calm and clear. They dodge the mirror they fear. I don't rage, I take notes. Count the claims as the logic floats. Every fallacy's got a name. Every story ends the same. Every time, same sound. Every time they spin around. Every time, same sound. Every time they spin around. You keep running that same old line. I mapped the route 1,000 times while you believe I just checked the signs. Truth don't move, it's you that realigns. Yeah, same script, same show. I've seen it all before you know how you talk. I mark the lines. Truth don't move, it's you that realigns. It's not pride, it's pattern sense. I see the loops in every defense. No thrill, no spark, no book to write. Just the quiet glow for getting it right. Seen it rise, seen it fall. Nothing new at all. Every time, same sound. Every time they spin around. You keep running that same old line. I mapped the route 1,000 times while you believe I just checked the signs. Truth don't move, it's you that realigns. Yeah, same script, same show. I've seen it all before you know.
You twist the edges of my words, full shadows in the shape. Turn every point I'm making into something I didn't say. You build a fortress out of smoke and swear it's solid ground, but every time I lift the curtain, you just spin it back around. And I'm left talking to a mirror wearing your disguise, a maze of empty echoes bending truth into a lie. I'm tired of arguing in your house of cards where reason falls apart. The moment it starts, you break the thread, pretend it's frayed. Blame the scene, blame the yarn. I'm done untangling your logic with bare and bleeding arms. Sliding out of view, chasing some imagined version of the words I never used. You draw conclusions like constellations, random points in a night sky. Call the shapes you've invented fact, then ask me why I'm mine. But I'm not dancing in a circle just to prove what's already clear. Your puzzle pieces don't belong and I'm done fitting them in here. I'm tired of arguing in your house of cards where reason falls apart. The moment it starts, you break the thread, pretend it's frayed. Blame the scene, blame the yarn. I'm done untangling your logic with bare and bleeding arms. Where truth can settle in, where thoughts don't twist like currents, pulling sanity thin. I'm stepping out of your weather, your storms that never rain. I won't keep feeding fires that burn without a flame. So keep your house of cards if it makes you feel tall. I'll be standing somewhere sturdy and far from the fall. You can keep your shifting stories, your illusion of control. I'm done arguing with echoes, hollow without a soul.
Step in the lab, I'm a falsification hunter. Models break fast when the numbers pull us under. Optical G on the climb, altitude test. Signal shift sideways, put the theory under stress. Hold up. If Earth spins constant, drift should stay tight, but the waveform bends when I change the flight height.
Why though?
Empirical strike, I don't care who said what. If prediction don't match, then the premise gets caught.
Snip, snip. Snip, snip.
I don't claim what it is, I expose what it ain't. No data over doctrine, that's the realist saying. Facts hit harder than the models you paint. Boom, if the curve don't curve, then the scales feel faint. Too flat, no hypothesis flex, that's the stance I maintain. You can't crown a theory when the math shows strain. I'm the signal, the noise, king, clean domain. Empiricism only let the rest go drain. Pendulum swing, yeah, I clock that phase, but anomalies pop in eclipse time haze. Call it alleys, alias, whatever the craze, but the system misbehaves in repeatable ways. Accelerometers chill when the orbit should bite. No tangential pulse where the model needs might. You can't conjure motion from a theory and fry. You test it on the ground, in the dark, in the light. Let's go. Jet-OZ flatline baseline too pure. Survey chains closed with a radius unsure. What radius? If the ground stays level way beyond the brochure, then the comment stack cracks, no foundations. I don't claim what it is, I expose what it ain't. Never. Beta over doctrine, that's the realist saying. Facts hit harder than the models you paint. If the curve don't curve, then the scales feel faint. That's right. No hypothesis flex, that's the stance I maintain. You can crown a theory when the math shows strain. Yup. I'm the signal to noise, king, clean domain. Yeah. Empiricism only let the rest go tame. Fall back. Gaslights through claims. If the premise loops back, then I torch those frames. No assume spin, no narrative game. Show me raw data or retire your aim. Facts only. Framing varying truth, that's the path I chase. Rotation relative, not a trophy for the play. If the cause ain't fixed, don't force it to the case. We revise, refine, never fall from grace. Keep sharp. It's epistemic discipline. Scrutinize the roots till the false breaks thin. Yeah. Foundation cracked, then the tower caves in. Cosmic scale trembles when the earth's not pinned. I'm a flat earth, but the real definition. Empirical, bigger, not a faith-based mission. No belief, follow data conviction. That's the one true position. I'm the falsifier general, science not tradition.
Faith like it's their shot at fame. Fallacies dressed up in numbers and pride. They talk loud but they never verify. I breathe facts, they breathe vibes. I measure, they memorize lies. Logic's not cruelty, it's clean incision. I'd rather cut lies than die in superstition. You say believe, I say replicate. We're not the same, my facts emancipate. This is my null hypothesis, prove me wrong. Show your work or move along. If your facts can't stand the heat, they melt like wax beneath a repeat. Up like code loops, cognitive dissonance and tailored suits. They call it wisdom, I call it spin. A closed equation that traps them in. I'm not cruel, I'm just consistent. No claim exempt, no law persistent. I'll test gravity, I'll test grace. Everything falls when it's out of place. Truth's not yours, truth's not mine. It's the residue left when the facts align. Burn your dogma, keep the ash. That's the intellectual cash. Prove me wrong. I don't need faith to keep me strong. Show the data, hold the line. Evidence
They said the rays all curved down low, 'cause the glow told them so. But I traced the lights, watched them stay straight as truth in broad day gray. They talk of air and a magic bends, yet never test, just defend. I checked the temp, the humid sway, the light went straight, it stayed that way. Every claim, same tone. Every time it falls alone. You keep bending the light in your mind. I run the math, your curves confined. While you preach, I watch the signs. Truth stays flat, belief declines. Yeah, same claim, same show. I've seen that script, you know. While you talk, I mark the lines. Truth stays flat, belief declines. They call it standard refraction fame, but no 2 days are ever the same. Humidity fights the heat below, upward bends the normal flow. If light could grow around every mile, we'd see horizons twist in style, but it stands still calm and clean. No warp in sky, no bend in sea. Every claim, it falls alone. You keep bending that light in your mind. I run the math, your curves confined. While you preach, I watch the signs. Truth stays flat, belief declines. Yeah, same claim, same show. I've seen that script, you know. While you talk, I mark the lines. Truth stays flat, belief declines. They draw with rulers, not with eyes. Forget the air, forget the skies. Perspective lost to orthograph. A perfect curve built from a draft, but the lens remembers what's real. The shimmer, the calm, the silence steel. No need to fight, no need to rage. The data writes the final page. You keep bending that light in your mind. I run the math, your curves confined. While you preach, I watch the signs. Truth stays flat, belief declines. Yeah, same claim, same show. I've seen that script, you know. While you talk, I mark the lines. Truth stays flat, belief declines.
It's a fight, it's a struggle, it's a never-ending battle of attrition, a haunting apparition, hounding your every decision. Past diverting choices compounding, consequences astounding. Heart pounding, your soul needs grounding, senses confounded. Critical thoughts, but still caught. Slipping, the dam is dripping, and it's a slippery slope. So easy to grab the coke. It's a war with your own mind, fall with unknown landmines. Planet in your mindscape, and locked behind mental red tape. There's no escape. You can't run from yourself, not something you can shelf. The back burner will burn down everything around, but what's been lost can be found. Critical thoughts, but still caught. Slipping, the dam is dripping, and it's a slip slippery slope. So easy to grab the coke. It's an endless quest, it's a fight to stay your best. It's the soul's journey to the west. There is no final test, it's a continuous forest. Even if you can't see the trees, doesn't mean the world is just what their mind sees. Your eyes perceive more than you believe, but your mind edits and deceives. Got my hopes up, but I'm tripping. Critical thoughts, but still caught. Slipping, the dam is dripping, and it's a slippery slope. So easy to grab the coke. Morality mine, but you in mortal danger, and who you help might be a stranger. And I know your heart is bruised and bleeding, but the emotion is fleeting compared to the conscience of pathetic indifference, inactivity and jaded ignorance. Regret dragging you down. Is it too late now? Don't know how, but there's no steak without a cow. Do what must be done, or live with the doubt. It's a fight, it's a struggle, it's a never-ending battle of attrition, a haunting apparition, hounding your every decision. Past divergent choices compounding, consequences astounding. Heart pounding, your soul needs grounding, senses confounding.
They hide conclusions in the premises, buried in the phrase, and dress the claim is scientific, but the logic still hazing. Before the drums hit, listen, we're stripping down the reasoning, blazing. Critical minds never fear the inspection. Empirical eyes cut straight through deception. This is the calm before the fire, the quiet before the method takes the pyre. 808 land. Now the logic gets loud, fallacies scatter when the truth hits the crowd. Yo, question begging loose with the premise in doubt. Smuggling models in the setup like a thief in a shroud. Circular claims masquerading as fact, but the moment you check them, the spine goes crack. We don't take a globe baked into the tack. That argument instead, the second it's unpacked. Strip the claim of the model they hide. Burn the premise, watch the fallacies slide. If the logic don't stand on its own 2 feet, that's a signal the reasoning's incomplete. Don't mistake a model for the world outside. Use the method, let reality decide. All models fail, even ones that seem tight. Useful don't mean accurate, and pretty ain't right. False dilemmas everywhere like a mental blockade. Only works on a globe, yeah that line's handmade. Never tested the rivals, never stepped in the shade. That's a logic malfunction in academic parade. Argument from ignorance, no alternative shown, but you never searched, so the gap stays unknown. Non-causa, pro-causa, false causes thrown, assigning truth to a model that ain't fully grown. A model is not the world, just a tool we wield. Maps ain't mountains, words ain't the field. All models are wrong, yeah that truth's reveal. Useful doesn't grant the power to be real. Strip the claim of the model they hide. Burn the premise, watch the fallacies slide. If the logic don't stand on its own 2 feet, that's a signal the reasoning's incomplete. Don't mistake a model for the world outside. Use the method, let reality decide. All models fail, even ones that seem tight. Useful don't mean accurate, and pretty ain't right. Hasty conclusions sprinting with no evidence weight. Consensus paraded like the arbiter of fate. But logic ain't democracy, it doesn't relate. Truth don't shift cause the crowd took the bait. Premise artists crush every weak foundation. Fallacies fold under examination. Critical realist empiricist station, where arguments die under clear observation.
Entering the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord. Stand by for continuous argumentation. Step into the grid where the circuits spark. We're live in the server and we argue in the dark. Critical minds locked in, ready for the thrill. Empiricist crew dropping logic with skill. Glubbers roll in with the wildest takes, and we catalog every claim that breaks. Voltage rising, truth colliding, tune in, the streams ignite. We got logic on loop in the 24/7 zone. Debates so constant they vibrate your phone. YouTube buzzing, rumbling tune. If you wanna learn physics, we'll hand you the room and the Glober talk. Yes, comedy gold. Watch it unfold. Watch it unfold. This the place where the questions land, where the evidence speaks and the arguments stand. Plug in, tune up, bring your mind online. Let the truth refine, let the truth refine. Every angle tested, every premise weighed. We break it all down like a life upgrade. You want real discussion, this is where that lives. Not noise, just analysis that actually gives. The mist gets clearer when the data's tight. Stay a minute, stay an hour, stay all night. Static fading, insight waiting, step in. We got logic on loop in the 24/7 zone. Debates so constant they vibrate your phone. YouTube buzzing, rumbling tune. If you wanna learn physics, we'll hand you the room and the Glober talk. Yes, comedy gold. Watch it unfold. Watch it unfold. Reason in motion, a perpetual coast. Dial in the channel, we're already host. If you're searching for a place where the claims get checked, drop the link, join the ring, earn a little respect. Session active, debate continuous, 24/7. Flat Earth Discord, transmission ongoing. Cold mind, clean line. Let's separate method from myth. People call things science when they're barely observational. Man-made objects poses proof that's operational, fictional. Pseudo-science copies language, but the logic's imprecisional. Skips the steps that make a theory verifiable or conditional. Real science starts simple, watch a natural event, something happening by itself, not a gadget you invent. A phenomenon's an action, so the effect is with sense. The dependent variable, the thing you measure at the end. If you're testing human constructs, then the method's misapplied. Cause science needs nature's behavior, not a diagram supply. Method over myth, that's the line we draw. Truth comes slow when the steps stay raw. Observe what nature does, no tricks, no props. And follow each phase till the falsehood stops. If the test don't break it, the cause might stand. If the test disproves it, rebuild your plan. It's real science, no faith, no guess. Just the world revealing what the world does best. Now once you've seen the action, you presume a cause. And if the structure built with precise mental laws, if heat then water boils, simple conditional clause. Not assumed as truth, it's a model that waits for flaws. And a hypothesis ain't fact, it's a testable prediction. Two outcomes on the table with symmetrical conviction. White heat, no boil, that's your no condition. Two heat boils, that's causal recognition. But you need both options open or the method gets derailed. Cause a test that can't be falsified has already failed. Method over myth, that's the line we draw. Truth comes slow when the steps stay raw. Observe what nature does, no tricks, no props. And follow each phase till the falsehood stops. If the test don't break it, the cause might stand. If the test disproves it, rebuild your plan. That's real science, no faith, no guess. Just the world revealing what the world is best. Revealing what the world has been. Yo. Prediction is the hinge must swing. Cause a good hypothesis risks losing everything. Pseudo-science fears failure, locks outcomes tight. Science needs the chance it could prove itself wrong tonight. If you can't break the model, then your test ain't strong. And the claim ain't knowledge, it's belief dressed long. The method's not glamorous, it's repetition and grind. is letting nature dictate what you get to find. No authority, no school rule, no movie design. Just data exposing what aligns in the mind. Cause an effect emerged from the predictions fulfilled. Not from stories or symbols or the things we're told to build. It's a discipline of failure, sharpened and distilled, where the world writes the answer and the ego stays still. Cold mind, clear sight, let nature speak.
Yo, they drilled it in your memory. Mandatory metaphor, globe core imagery, center stage in every corridor. Textbook visual ritual, repetition territorial. Brain forms narratives, the moment they feel historical. Belief becomes habitual, vision gets conditional. Seeing turns fictional, patterned and traditional. Anchors in the psyche make illusions feel original. Habit makes the fabricated practically medicinal. You didn't choose the lens, they embedded in your cradle. But once it settles in, every fact becomes a fable. Tilted to the framework that the culture makes stable. Confirmation bias eating everything on the table. Your mind can make a myth look real when the script's installed before you grow. Belief can turn the false to the feel, and the world bends to the story you know. If the edges start to flicker and fade, don't run from the afterglow. We walk with you through the mental cascade till you rewrite what you used to show. Strong faith reshapes landscapes, hallucinating mandates. Seeing what you want because the world you clamp space. Cognitive entrancement, pattern hunting, hand state. Mind fills blanks just to keep the plan straight. When the model's pre-installed, doubt can't calibrate. Logic tries to speak, but the program translates. And every time a glitch hits, the frame might break. The bias auto heals it like a psychic first aid. It's not delusion, just a lens with inertia. Habitual immersion in a scripted curvature. But when you question what conditioned your exposure, that's the initiation where illusions lose their closure. Your mind can make a myth look real when the script's installed before you grow. Belief can turn the false to the feel, and the world bends to the story you know. If the edges start to flicker and fade, don't run from the afterglow. We walk with you through the mental cascade till you rewrite what you used to show. Movies with planets spinning, CGI canon. News intros glowing blue marbles like talismans. Culture keeps chanting the same symbolic pattern, so the worldview calcifies rigid rings of Saturn. And when you've spent your whole life defending the stand, sunk cost dances enhancing the trance. Changing course feels like betraying your clan, but freedom starts where the courage expands. Yo, we know the fracture hits hard in the chest when the mind re-examines what it once called best. But the pressure that breaks you is forging the rest, and the doubts that shake you are part of the quest. We're here in the silence between each thought, while you peel back layers that culture taught. It's not weakness to question what you once bought. It's the birthplace of insight, the mind unfought.
Yeah, you pointing at the sky like you solved the case, saying satellites prove curve with that smug ass face. But your chain of logic's brittle, man, it's barely a trace. Cause you start with assumptions that you never replace. You build your little model like it's truth on command, but a model ain't reality. Try to understand, you confuse what you claim with what's actually at hand. That's a category error, rookie, learn the damn plan. You don't test alternatives, you don't scan for conditions. You just leap to conclusions like your speed running missions. But logic don't care about your tribe or traditions. It cares if your reasoning survives real competition. You got equifinality, baby, many cause the same effect. Under determination, your conclusion ain't correct. Hidden premises smuggled in like you think nobody checks. Your argument collapse, what do you expect? Model that evidence, better show some respect. Cause logic gon' expose you if your reasoning's a wreck. You shout they orbit like that proves a whole plot, but orbit is a model, not the evidence you got. You assuming parallel forces, distance, unstable ride. Bro, you baking all the answers straight inside the mixing pot. That circular reasoning, congratulations. You smuggling conclusions like covert operations. You claim it's empirical, nah, it's fabrications. A house built on models, not observations. Oh wow, objects moving far in the sky, congratulations. Sherlock, so does a fly. Red letter motion, genius, did you even try? Many models fit the data, your certainty's a lie.
Equal finality, many causes, one display. Underdetermined logic, your conclusion ain't the way. Hidden premises everywhere like you hit them in the clay. Your argument is fragile, I can break it any day. Model like evidence, remember what I say. Logic don't bend cause you wanted to play. To the narrative like a comfort blanket, but logic don't care, it ain't soft, it won't thank you. Your whole reasoning shaky, man, I'm here to bank it. Appearance ain't ontology, rookie, you can't fake it. Interpretation, y'all fact, that's the realest vibe. Stop mixing up the map with the world outside. You want truth, then learn how logic's applied. Till then, take a seat, you ain't qualified. Don't point to the sky like that's all you need. Reality subtle, it don't follow your creed. You skipped every premise like you're trying to speed, but logic wants rigor, not belief, not greed. Equifinality, many roads, same sight. Under determination, one view don't prove right. Hidden assumptions dragging you into the night. Bad logic ain't science, it's just noise on the mic. Model our evidence, get that lock tight. I'm done teaching basics, go study alright. Next time you flex with your half-baked claims, bring an actual argument, not your model's remains. Logic's a game, you ain't learning the lanes. Class dismissed.
Yeah, I pulled up to the convo, quiet but aware. Watching how you move, how you think, how you care. Not flexing loud, but the truth's in your tone. You and your crew out lifting up minds on your own. No ego, no stun, just disciplined eyes. Critical real is seeing through the world's disguise. You break it down clean, every angle, every fact. While most folks argue, you just teach them how to act. You keep the minds on the block, waking up, staying sharp. Handing truth in the dark like a flame to the heart. Humble with the grind, but the wisdom hit deep. You raise the city mindset while the rest still asleep. Yeah, I see what you do, I respect how you think, how you lift up your people, bring them back from the brink. Never loud, never proud, yeah, your impact is steep. You teach them how to reason, not just follow the sheep. You stack evidence, quiet, no performing for cloud. If the logic ain't right, you help a mind figure it out. You don't preach what to believe, you teach how to see. That's why the whole hood trusts you more than authority. Your crew full of thinkers, each one on a spark, turning alley conversations into seminars in the dark. And me, I just vibe with it, respect from the core. Cause mine's built like yours, always break open new doors. You keep the minds on the block, waking up, staying sharp. Handing truth in the dark like a flame to the heart. Humble with the grind, but the wisdom hit deep. You raise the city mindset while the rest still asleep. Yeah, I see what you do, I respect how you think, how you lift up your people, bring them back from the brink. Never loud, never proud, yeah, your impact is steep. You teach them how to reason, not just follow the sheep. Street academics, no degrees, need to know hallways. But you learn more in alleys than most do always. Iron sharpen iron, yeah, your team built solid logic, running deep like a pole with a prophet's wallet. Your crew don't chase fame, don't beg for applause. You just chase understanding, break illusions and falls. If the world got more folks with the lens that you bring in every block on the map, would start waking to think. Yeah, I see you, I see your people, clearly not sheeple. Quiet minds with loud truth, empirical teaching the youth. Sharpening the streets of reason, 24/7 all year, every season. Stay humble, stay solid. And keep teaching the world. How to think for itself. Yeah, step into the ring of reason, where claims get tested and logic gets seasoned. You say orbit proves it. Let's take a closer look. Yo, you size satellites like that's airtight truth, but I'm seeing hidden premises sitting right in the booth. You said orbit proves curvature, but that's a disguise. Your model assumes the thing you're trying to verify. Parallel rays, distant suns, gravitational play. You stacking unspoken assumptions like it's child's play, but logic ain't Lego, it ain't built on because. You gotta show your causal chain, not the myth of what was. You lean on definitions to claim empirical fact, but that's model dependent motion, not the evidence act. Orbit ain't observation, it's determining your scheme. You're confusing how you talk with what can actually be seen. I'm a logic warrior, slicing through the noise, breaking every fallacy you think is poison. ways. You bring me weak claims, I break them at the joints. Welcome to the battlefield, reason over points. Yeah, I'm a logic warrior, cutting down the fluff. If your premise ain't explicit, then your proof ain't enough. Don't mistake interpretation for reality's call. You wanna claim certainty, you better bring it all. You point a satellite, say they circle above, then jump to Earth's curvature, but that ain't logical, bruh. That's a category error, mixing models with proof. Treating theory like observation, master back from the booth. Equal finality hitting hard, multiple ways it can look, but you clutch one explanation like it's carved in a book. You ain't ruling out alternatives, ain't setting the stage. You just pick the interpretation that fits the modern age. You claim X per se over, but that ain't no guarantee. That's appeal to authority, do better empirically. Show me raw measurements, not just stories you heard. Logic don't bow to consensus, it bows only to the word.
Yo, I don't need conclusions, I audit the chain. I'm here to check reasoning, not preach what's insane. But if you bring me weak structure and call it airtight, I'll break it apart like a fraud under light.
Logic ain't biased, it cuts through the fog. I'm surgically cold like a philosophical scalpel dog. You can keep your conclusions, I'm after the why. And if your wise assumptions, yeah, I'm calling that lie. I'm a logic warrior, listen through the noise, breaking every fallacy you think is poised. You bring me weak claims, I break them at the joints. Welcome to the battlefield, reason over points. Yeah, I'm a logic warrior, cutting down the fluff. If your premise ain't explicit, then your proof ain't enough. Don't mistake interpretation for reality's call. You wanna claim certainty, you better bring it all.
So next time you drop claims like they're carved in stone, remember logic checks structure, not what you condone. If you wanna prove something, don't skip the trail. Make your premises explicit or prepare to fail. I'm out, but the reasoning stays. Logic warriors don't sleep, we sharpen blades for days. I'm a logic warrior, I'm a logic warrior, I'm a logic warrior. I'm a logic warrior, I'm a logic warrior, I'm a logic warrior.
It's a tragedy and not a catastrophe. Blind belief and audacious authority. Charlatans deceive the naive majority, exploiting the perceived minority. Subscriptions to unwitting slavery. Knowledge is power, information is key. That's why they brainwash us thoroughly.
The blind leading the blind, unaware of what they might find. They're willingly walking into hell, but willful ignorance won't serve you well.
They carve logic from the schooling with emotions overruling the desecrating corpse of a corrupt system. We wagered and we lost as soon as we commit them to a factory manufactured to manufacture factory workers who won't correct, won't excel, indoctrinated by universities deep in the sunken cost fallacy. Lack of logic drives the depravity. They've given up their sanity. Too few people actually know. Too many fools who openly show narcissistic tendencies, manipulations and fallacies, orchestrations, machinations and atrocities. Who sadly don't know any better, oblivious of better, but is ignorance bliss when all goes amiss. Poison peddlers, smiling as they silence meddlers, paying for that pristine reputation. Blood money, no just compensation. Seems they don't fear their nation, signing up for castration. It's an artificially created mess. The populace in distress, democracy they cross-dress, theater and Congress. Crafted and sculpted by evil cultists, the dark and deluded, making knowledge occulted and secluded. They colluded and excluded on your territory. They intruded, co-opting movements, subverting and converting, sabotaging the name of improvements. They turn their face away from God, the creator, even though there's nothing greater than natural law legislator.
The blind leading the blind, unaware of what they might find. They're willingly walking into hell, but willful ignorance won't serve you well.
Knowledge is power and the powerful know. Information is a weapon, and if you control its flow, your influence and your confidence will grow. The liability low. It's a sick, sinister, sycophant shit show.
and it's wielded against the populace whilst being poorly adopted by fools. And it's not isolated to our schools. It's a tragedy and not a catastrophe. Blind belief and audacious authority. Charlatans deceive the naive majority, exploiting the perceived minority. Subscriptions to unwitting slavery. Knowledge is power, information is key. That's why they brainwash so thoroughly.
I have a vision that one day humanity will soar above its shackles and mental prison. Recognize the majesty that is creation, so we can stop this moral degradation. Escape the echo chamber, nourish orchestration. Rebuilding a true foundation of truth revelation.
Spin up the rotor, let the flywheel fly. See the axis hold steady while the world rolls by. A little ring of metal with a stubborn-minded grace, showing off a thing we call rigidity in space. It keeps its orientation in the frame where it was spun, not caring where you carry it or how the ground may run. Now suppose a little thought test, a just case to inspect how a gyro should behave with the gyroscopic effect. We examine what the earth is, this is logic on display, a conditional deduction in a verse and poet's way. If the earth were a sphere, then the housing should twist as you wander across the surface with a gyro in your fist. But the housing holds steady, no rotation to resist. Therefore, in this logic lesson song we insist, if P implies Q and Q does not persist, then not P follows through. That's modus tollens in the mist. Picture walking across a globe with latitude to spare, from equator up to pole, or anywhere you care. If the ground beneath you curves while the gyro's locked in place, then the ring should tilt or twist to keep its angle in space. That's the heart of the example, just an objective cue, a way to teach deduction while the beat keeps pulling through. But you move it and you slide it and the angle stays the same. No mysterious rotation in the little metal frame. In our logic demo story that is Q not observed, a trigger for deduction where the reasoning is preserved. If the earth were a sphere, then the housing should twist as you wander across the surface with a gyro in your fist. But the housing holds steady, no rotation to resist. Therefore, in this logic lesson song we insist, if P implies Q and Q does not persist, then not P follows through. That's modus tollens in the mist. This is claiming Earth is flat, not round or pear or tall. It's a formal demonstration, and the form is what we call if-then reasoning with scientific finesse, teaching our conclusions follow premises. In physics you test models, and logic you test form. Together they make learning more than merely uniform. If the earth were a sphere, then the
housing should twist as you glide across the surface like a theorist in the midst. In our objective case, Q never does exist, so the inference completes without deductive scientist. Motors tollings in a melody, clean as it can be, a song of empirical thought and fun philosophy.
Newton started with a law, absolute time, fixed stage, instant interaction, force written on the page. Einstein flipped it, no force, just curvature we trace. Math tells space-time how to bend, objects follow in that space. Brands, Dickey, edit, scholars made, G is shifting rate, variable coupling, constant cosmic fields that modulate. F and R rewrites the action with a generalized R, modifying dynamics when the curvature gets bizarre.
Whole increases gravity's a boundary projection. Book to brain dictionary mapping fields to intersection.
Different theories, different rules, different ideas they unpack. You gotta keep the logic straight when you climb the theory stack. Don't cross the wires, don't mix the frames, don't blend what they abstract. Every model has its domain in the gravity theory stack. Loop quantum gravity, quantas is area like a grid spin. Networks weave geometry with everything they did. Spin phones give the pass when the networks start to shift. Quantum space-time built discrete, every node a little lift. String theory brings gravitons from a close string oscillation. Extra dims curled tight in a higher formulation. M theory brains vibrate 11 total ranks, unifying all the cousins with the membranes in the banks.
Holography says gravity's a boundary projection. Bulk to brain dictionary mapping fields to intersection.
Different theories, different rules, different truths they unpack. You gotta keep the logic straight when you climb the theory stack. Don't cross the wires, don't mix the frames, don't blend what they abstract. Every model has its domain in the gravity theory stack. Causal sets say space-time is discrete in how it links. Partial orders build the cosmos with relational bricks. CDT keeps Lorentzian slices clean and neat. Triangulated time steps with causity's concrete. Asymptotic safety hunts for UV fixed point strong. Renormalization flow that keeps the theory running long. Einstein Cardan theory adds torsion source by spin. Twisted geometry where fermions plug in.
Emergent gravity claims information runs the show. Entropic reconstruction from microstates below. Group field theory lets space-time be a condensate. Field modes on group manifolds build geometry as a state.
Holography says gravity's a boundary projection. Bulk to brain dictionary mapping fields to intersection.
Different theories, different rules, different truths they unpack. You gotta keep the logic straight when you climb the theory stack. Measured effects stay solid, but the cause is still abstract. Pick your framework, keep it clean in the gravity theory stack.
Massive gravity claim to give the graviton a weight. Careful with the ghost, DRGT claims a slate. Biometric model, double metrics, heavy modes appear. One field bends your path while another shifts the gear. Heavy ease tries to mimic mine with vector tensor scalar, altering galactic curves without dark matter as a tailor. Welling conformal theories introduce scale symmetry, stretching metrics freely with a gauge identity. We got models for the motion, but the cause is still unknown. Every theory paints a picture from the math it calls its own. And you can pick your favorite framework, any lens you want to claim, but that choice stay philosophical until experiments can end. Cause we can tweak space-time's fabric, can't adjust the master dance, can't manipulate the variables the way them recommend. So belief fills the gaps where the data can't connect. Different stories for the cause behind the same observed effect. Choose a theory, keep it constant, let the axiom define. Till we find a way to probe the causal test and realign. Till then every model stands as possible but none exact. Cause we can't touch the source itself, only measure the aftermath.
Step into the lab with the voltage steady.
Fiber codes, wound calibration ready. The model says drift where mechanical says none. Change altitude slow, now the waveform's undone.
What's that?
If the metric is clean but the theory mispredicts, then the culprit ain't the sensor, it's the lens through which you fix. Every instrument speaks in the language of fact, but the narrative you force is the bias you attract. Check torque vectors, baseline exact. Earth spin constant, then why does height impact?
That's off.
I don't lean on a frame that collapses when probed. If the math starts bleeding, then the structure implodes. A theory survives only when every load is supported by data and reproducible code. If one small measure makes the scaffold corrode, then the model's just broken, the globe exposed. No cosmic ladder stands when the base is eroded. Every rung inherits flaws from the radius encoded. Triangulate long line instruments, strict chain link surveys that refuse to contradict. Baselines hold flat where the curvature picked to be meters on meters, but the numbers conflict. No bowl. If the ground stays true far beyond the allowed, then the scale magnifies blowing smoke in the cloud. Every cosmic unit's built on Earth's own shroud. Get the radius wrong, the universe is disavowed. Unstable. Not claiming the shape, I'm inspecting the drift. How assumptions cascade when foundations shift. You can keep your spin, but you first must live the circular chains that the models insist. No prior smuggled, no telegraph must. No earth spin certainty plastered and thrust. If the instrument contradicts, then the premise combusts. I don't worship equations, I interrogate trust. Checking the must. Local frame data, all relative dust. Mach and Einstein both show that's robust, but attributing the cause takes a lead to unjust. Don't ground the rotation when attribution's nonplussed. No, I don't lean on a frame that collapses when probed. If the math starts bleeding, then the structure implodes. A theory survives only when every load is supported by data and reproducible code. If one small measure makes the scaffold corrode, then the model's just broken, the globe exposed. No cosmic ladder stands when the base is eroded. Every rung inherits flaws from the radius encoded. I don't preach shape, I audit the claim. I test every link in the theoretical chain. If one weak point makes the whole shift strain, then the picture ain't settled, it's just framed in the brain. Empiricism first, everything else is refrain. Models only valid when the data sustain. No belief attached, no emotional gain. Just precision in the cut like a razor through grain. Come talk to me in mine, online or listen to us on YouTube. No fuss. Shout out Helio Skeptic. Thanks, bro. I speak with purpose, every word in its place, 'cause clarity's a weapon when you're moving through the maze. Logic isn't truth, it's a structure I use, a framework to reveal what the facts refuse. I don't deal in assumptions, I don't drift in the fog. I build on what's known, that's the core of the log. Philosophy's the toolkit, not a claim of the end. It shapes how I reason, not the truth I defend. I keep my intent sharp, every thought aligned. Discipline in motion, architecture of the mind. Impulse make noise, but I don't let it drive. Reason is the method that keeps my aim alive. It's not about suppression, it's deliberate design. Shaping how I act so my habits stay refined. Ballad isn't sound. Yeah, I know the divide. Good form with bad facts won't keep logic on my side. Truth takes structure and the structure takes skill. So I refine my reactions, not just go with the will. Frustration's just a signal, not a mandate to snap. I analyze the cause, keep controlling my grasp. I choose my next move, I don't hand it to chance. That's self-mastery at work, not emotional stance. I keep my intent sharp, every thought aligned. Discipline in motion on the texture of the mind. Impulse make noise, but I don't let it drive. Reason is the method that keeps my aim alive. It's not about suppression, it's deliberate design. Shaping how I act so my habits stay refined.
clean. I don't let a moment rewrite what I mean. Every choice builds direction, every thought sets a tone. A stable mind is something that you carve on your own. Philosophy guides structure, logic keeps it tight. Truth is found with method, not with force or with spite. I keep my intent sharp, every thought aligned. Discipline in motion, architecture of the mind. Impulse makes noise, but I don't let it drive. Reason is a method that keeps my aim alive. It's not about suppression, it's deliberate design. Shaping how I act so my habits stay refined.
Spin it up, let it race, feel rigidity in space. Little wheel holding still while the world shifts place. Move the frame around the globe and the story with Drace. We're learning how to reason, not a model to embrace. I set a rotor and a gimbal, let it with a word. Fast spin, thin rim, watch the axis stay short. It resists any twist, cause momentum's in place. Point fixed, wheel sticks, that's rigidity in space. No compass is here, this is a basic machine. No external torques, had to keep the physics clean. Balance bearings, true mass, that's the rule of the game. If the spin starts drifting, then the gyro's to blame. Not an imaginary world, a pure hypothetical sphere. We teach logic without a model, keep the purpose clear. We walk north, south, east, west with the gyro in hand. Explore what will happen in this apparently flat land. Spin it up, let it race, feel rigidity in space. Little wheel holding still while the world shifts place. Move the frame around the globe in the story with Drace. We're learning how to reason, not a model to embrace. In this fear scene lesson, if the ground were curved, as we roam across the surface, then the housing gets swerved. The rotor stays pointed at the start first face, but we would arc round the globe so the frame gets displaced. In that model on that journey, we'd expect a slow twist. The rotation of the housing, that'd be hard to miss. That's the if then set up a conditional track. Pure logic, no assertion, that's how you determine the fact. Now here's the structure of the reasoning pattern. If this were true, then this would happen. But if that then doesn't show, you can flip the scene. That's motors, Toland's logic crisp and clean. If the world in our lesson were a spinning sphere, then the gyro frame twist would appear right here. But the twist doesn't show and our storylines test, therefore not the case. And that model we rest. Spin it up, let it race, feel rigidity in space. Little wheel holding still while the world shifts place. Move the frame around the globe in the story with Drace. We're learning how to reason, not a model to embrace. Spin it up, let it race, feel rigidity in space. Little wheel holding still while the world shifts place. Move the frame around the globe in the story with Drace. We're learning how to reason, not a model to obey. So that's the gyro, the logic, the hypothetical sphere. A classroom demonstration wrapped in rhyme right here. Study tools, firm conclusion, that's the heart of the art. Cause science and logic both play their part.
You drag the spotlight off the point and toss it down the hole. Start talking stick, shadow, stars, anything at all. A trail of shiny nonsense that you swear is relevant, but your detours only show you've got no evidence. I chase you once, I chase you twice, then I just stop the chase. Your breadcrumb trail's a map of how you run from what you face. You can't distract a mind that's built on measurable reality. Your tricks dissolve on contact with a little rationality. I'm a critical realist fortress, you're a whisper in the wind. Your weak manipulation never stood a chance to begin. Premise like evidence and deny conclusive proof, as if repeating something louder makes it any more true. Because it is, you chant a loop that never ends, a serpent swallowing its tail and thinking truth's a trend. If logic were a test, you'd fail the multiple choice, but somehow still declare yourself the loudest, highest voice. You can't distract a mind that's built on measurable reality. Your tricks dissolve on contact with a little rationality. I'm the last bastion of science where the data stands aligned. Your circular little dance can't penetrate this kind of mind. You had me cornered with that rhetorical parade. Cute, I've seen more solid reasoning in a late night lemonade debate. You juggle fallacies like fireworks, hoping I'd be impressed. But I read your moves like textbooks titled How to Fail a Test. You can't derail a truth that's grounded deep in observation. Your logic leaks like faulty pipes beneath a shaky foundation. I'm an empiricist logician, evidence is my domain, while you're red herring through the ruins of arguments you stay. And when your tactics crumble, don't look shocked they didn't land. You can't outwit the laws of thought with nothing but an empty hand.
I don't talk loose, every word calibrated. Clarity is strength and confusion's overrated. Logic ain't truth, it's the system that tests. Valid isn't sound, only facts make it bless. I'm a craftsman of thought, not a slave to the spark. I build my conclusions while others strike in the dark. Philosophy's a toolbox, not gospel, not myth. I pull out the concepts that sharpen my drift. I keep a cognitive edge, razor build reasoning. Impulse tries to jump, but I don't let it seize me. Sound over valid, check the premise, check the claim. I don't bend for emotion or the weight of the frame. Self-mastery's the engine, discipline's the proof. Precision is the shield that guards the pursuit. Frustration's just feedback, I process the spike. Strip it to the root, analyze what it's like. A feeling's not a verdict, I don't take it as law. I check the interpretation, break it down to the raw. Truth needs structure, that's the nature of fact. A mind without order stays forever off track. No drift, no chaos, no sloppy design. I run my cognition like a blade to the spine. I keep a cognitive edge, razor build reasoning. Impulse tries to jump, but I don't let it seize me. Sound over valid,
check the premise, check the claim. I don't bend for emotion or the weight of the frame. Self-mastery's the engine, discipline's the proof, precision is the shield that guards the pursuit. Every thought has a lineage, trace it back to its root. If the premise is rotten, the logic won't compute. Philosophy's a structure, not a throne to defend. It's a method, not a doctrine, not an ultimate end. Reason is intention, not a vibe, not a guess. It's a choice, it's a temperament forged under stress. I keep a cognitive edge, razor build reasoning. Impulse tries to jump, but I don't let it seize me. Sound over valid, check the premise, check the claim. I don't bend for emotion or the weight of the frame. Self-mastery's the engine, discipline's the proof, precision is the shield that guards the pursuit. This is deliberate design, not fate, not chance. A philosophy of action, not ornamental stance. Truth demands structure and structure takes skill. I don't wait for clarity, I forge it by will. This is Drace, intent sharpened, cognition defined. I don't follow the moment, I architect the mind.
I'm standing on the ladder of the cosmos, hear it creak, first wrong whispering, your assumptions are weak. Built a model, on a guess on a dream, then passed the hose with dark matter just to make it all seem like the numbers align, like the curves all behave. But the data keeps yelling, you misread the wave. Galaxy spinning out wider than the math will allow. If the base ain't right, then the tower falls down. We keep painting over cracks with a parameter tweak, but the ceiling keeps sagging and the future looks bleak. Check the premise, check the ground, check the bedrock below. If the shape of the earth ain't right where you think you gon' go, yo, the cosmos is in crisis, foundations unstable. We got runaway theories holding up the table. If the first step's wrong, then the heights might crumble. Even giants lose balance when the roots start to stumble. Crisis, yeah, it's crisis in the sky. Rebuild from the bottom of the stars might lie, yeah. We measure out the heavens with a ladder full of bands, each rung built on assumptions that we treat like friends. Photometric redshifts playing tricks on the view. Distant galaxies look ancient, but the numbers ain't true. Simulations getting praised for a match they don't earn, cause the subgrid physics fake it with a well-tuned burn. Black holes too early, but we call it profound. Maybe we just dropped the ruler on uneven ground. We keep adding new patches, trying not to confess, but the tension in the Hubble rate is showing the stress. Check the premise, check the ground, check the axiom space. One false move and you distort all the space. Yo, the cosmos is in crisis, foundations unstable. We got runaway theories holding up the table. If the first step's wrong, then the heights might crumble. Even giants lose balance when the roots start to stumble. Crisis, it's crisis in the sky. Rebuild from the bottom, or the stars might lie, yeah. From the curvature debates to the lights in the night. If the Earth's first premise ain't precisely right, how you trust every ladder we extend to the deep? One weak link in the galaxy's lead, beyond all prediction, defying the plan. A cosmos in crisis starts with how we begin. No wonder the universe is breaking apart when the cornerstone cracked at the very start. We can't heal the heavens with a patch on the seam. Gotta refold the foundation if we want the dream. Check the first rung, listen close when it breaks, cause the whole sky shakes with the smallest mistakes.
To the scholars on the globe side, I'm addressing you direct. not to challenge your conclusions, but to tighten the respect in the field of observation. Every model must align, not with faith in old assumptions, but the data we can find. This is not about conversion, not a battle to be won, but a method of inquiry grounded in what light has done. Before we set up any lake test, let the evidence decide. Walk with me through optics, let the wavelengths be our guide. Before you trust a model, take a moment, take a view. Let the cameras and the spectra tell you what the air can do. Infrared against the visible, to pass through the same sky. Show the bending and divergence, no equation can deny. Look at all the world-read images the internet has stored. Analyze the color drift before any test is scored. This is not about believing what another voice implies. This is just a simple call to open up your empirical life. Every long distance photo, every skyline, every shore carries signatures of optics you might not have seen before. When the air is shifting density, when the ducts and layers rise, white light isn't uniform, it fractures subtle in disguise. Infrared may mark a boundary, visible may reach beyond, but the difference in their horizon shows the medium they respond. If a distance breaks the limits of the geometric sphere, check the wavelength separation, see what physics makes appear. Before you trust a model, take a moment, take a view. Let the cameras and the spectra tell you what the air can do. Infrared against the visible, to pass through the same sky. Show the bending and divergence, no equation can deny. Look at all the world-read images the internet has stored. Analyze the color drift before any test is scored. This is not about believing what another voice implies. This is just a simple call to open up your empirical life. You don't need to change positions, don't need theories in advance. Only treat the data fairly, give the evidence a chance. Study how the lower edges shift their contour with the heat, how the waterline distorts when refractive gradients meet. This isn't globe or flat, it's the discipline of sight. Letting spectra write the narrative in the presence of the light. So before we build the setup, before we measure lake and sky, start with what already's captured, let the photographs reply. I'm not asking you for trust, I'm not asking you to bend, only asking you to question how the wavelengths comprehend. Let the optics speak their language, let the evidence extend. This is just the first foundation.
They say the crown is just a symbol, but symbols don't marry cousins for 1,000 years. So let's talk about it. Yeah, out here. Red carpet, white lies in the palace. Every throne built on secrets, every oath built on malice. Dynasties keep it tight like a vault with a chalice. But who they tryna hide from? Why the centuries of silence? Marrying their nieces, saying purity's tradition, but purity ain't biology, that's a power superstition. Claiming heaven sent the lineage, divine right permission, but that's just ancient PR for generational ambition. Got 1,000-year echo in the marble of their halls. High priest, blood priest, shadows walking through the walls. Talking we protect the order, but the order looks like fear. If your blood is so holy, why you keep it so near?
Blood of the crown, why you hide it? Ancient life,
fine, straight protocol, mechanical. Pedigrees mapped like strategic battle plans. More alliances in blood than in nations or in lands. Yeah, divine descent, that's the line they've been feeding. But royalty ain't divine, they're political human beings still. Something in the way they act got the people guessing like they guarding an inheritance worth more than possessions. Every myth says the same. Sky gifted kings, sages from the heavens who taught early human things. Math from temple law, from priests with wings. Now it's just ancient stories, or maybe they're half true strings. Generations locked in, obsession with the line. If the blood's only blood, why treat it so divine? Why fear dilution like corruption of design? Why keep the throne encrypted like a code you can't define? Blood of the crown.
What you hide in centuries of hush? Why the iron tight bind? If it's all just myth, why the rituals behind it? If it's only power, why the terror in your mind?
Blood of the crown. Blood of the crown. Something in the lineage got you acting like you found. Maybe it's not magic, maybe it's not God, maybe it's just old knowledge locked behind old laws. But the way they grip their blood like it's more than human flaws, man, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. I ain't saying they're alien, but I ain't saying they're clean. I'm saying the obsession tells you more than what it seems. Power breeds paranoia, and paranoia breeds regimes, and regimes breed royal nightmares wrapped up as royal dreams. Every empire falls when the truth leaks out. Every dynasty shakes when the people raise doubt. So if your blood's so normal, why the fortress surrounded? Why the books gone missing? Why the rumors unbounded? I'm just raising questions like a scholar with a mic. If there's nothing to suspect, why the centuries of fright? Why the coded pedigrees? Why the genealogic fight? If the blood ain't special, then why keep it so tight?
Blood of the crown, show the truth now. Secrets of the line, let the mask fall down. Power of the throne only stands if it's sound. If it's only human blood, then why act underground?
Blood of the crown. Blood of the crown. If it's all just myth, then tell me why you're scared right now.
Welcome to the round-the-clock arena of reason. Step inside the 24/7 flat earth discord. Come on in, take a seat, join the marathon talk, where the evidence flies and the arguments lock, where the thinkers who grind through the day and the night. If you're ready for the clash, you're in the perfect site.
Logic on the table, physics in the air. Ask a simple question, watch a globe lose their hair. This is 24/7 flat earth discord. Welcome to the show, where the silly things the globers claim are the highlight of the flow. We're live on YouTube, streaming loud on Rumble too. If you want real reasoning, we're the crew for you.
Debate all day, debate all night. Critical realists, empiricists, logicians standing by. Every angle examined, every claim unpacked. No shortcuts, no fluff, just a clean sharp fact. If you want to learn physics, pull a chair and stay. Logic hits harder when you hear it in play. Play, play.
Bring your best objections, drop them on the floor, but be ready when the reasoning hits. You'll come back for more. This is 24/7 flat earth discord. Welcome to the show, where the silly things the globers claim are the highlight of the flow. We're live on YouTube, streaming loud on Rumble too. If you crave real discussion, we've got room for you.
Here, the conversation never rests. step into the chat. Show us where your reasoning's at. This is 24/7 flat earth discord, the non-stop debate. If you're into real inquiry, you don't have to wait. Laugh at global nonsense, sharpen up your mind. Join the live stream, truth is there to find. You start with straw man silhouettes, stuffing words inside their chest, and beat them down like champions. Claim you've conquered all the rest, but I never said the things you fight. Your victories ring hollow, you battle ghosts, you built yourself while the truth trails far behind you. You pretend that paper figures are the same as what I mean, but burning down a false idea won't make the real one weak. You think you've proven something, but all you've done is hide from meeting my position like a match of even size. In the tangle of your logic, where the roots don't touch the ground, you keep twisting every pathway till no straight line can be found. But a fallacy won't save you when the truth walks in the room. It just leaves you spinning circles, talking louder than you prove. Then you shift the burden of the proof, say it's mine and mine alone, as if a claim can stand upright without the builder's stone. You toss your words like feathers and expect my hands to catch them. Demand I show they're weightless when you never tried to test them. You stand atop assumptions like a tower made of sand, then ask me why it crumbles when I simply raise my hand. If you want your claim accepted, you must shoulder what you said. A house won't stand by telling me to hold up all the beams instead. But you call your unsupported leap a truth that can't be shaken. Yes, certainty means nothing when the reasoning is faked in the tangle of your logic, where the roots don't touch the ground, you keep twisting every pathway till no straight line can be found. But a fallacy won't save you when the truth walks in the room. It just leaves you spinning circles, talking louder than your proof. And in the ad hominem arrives, the easiest blade to draw. You cut at me instead of claims, calling souls, finding flaws. You think attacking who I am will make the argument break, but truth remains untouched by blows that never strike its shape. Logic isn't won by volume or the sharpness of a slide. A mirror smashed in anger doesn't change the failing light. If you can't face the reasons, then the reasons still remain. The target of your anger isn't fueling your disdain. Straw men crumble, burden shift back at homonyms lose their bite. Every shortcut you've taken leaves you farther from what's right. Truth stands patient in the doorway, unafraid to linger long. Reason doesn't fear the chaos where your tangled words belong. In the tangle of your logic, where the roots don't touch the ground, you keep twisting every pathway till no straight line can be found. But fallacies can't shield you from the daylight breaking through. They just leave you chasing shadows while the truth keeps shining true.
They say the air can bend the line, raise the low and twist design. So rays from sea that curve your sight should lift the base as well, that's right. If light can bring what's past the bend, then both should rise, not just pretend. But every shot it's just the same. The bottom's gone, they shift the blame. Where's the base, where's the line? They say it's bent, it stays confined. Lift the sea but lose the keel. That's not law, that's how they feel. If bending shows what hides from view, then why is the bottom missing too?
They say refraction lifts the far, but not the hull, just top and spar. A half-made scene, a floating crest, the rest erased, they call it best. If air can show the sea beyond, then every race should play along. No law selects what's hid or true, yet always gone the lower view.
Where's the base? Where's the line? They say it's bent, it stays confined. Lift the sea but lose the keel. That's not law, that's how they feel. If bending shows what hides from view, then why is the bottom missing too?
If the light can lift the sea, then show the base consistently. Angels meet but logic fails, the tail derails, the math derails. Always hiding what's below, always claiming what they know. Refraction's choice, a holy rule that breaks itself to sound too cool.
If it lifts, then lift it all. If it bends, then make it fall. You can't have both, you can't have two, when the bottom's missing from the view.
Where's the base? Where's the line? They say it's bent, it stays confined. Lift the sea but lose the keel. That's not law, that's how they feel. The surface shown, the base withdrawn, the model flawed, the truth long gone.
If the sky can raise the sea, then show the ground that ought to be. The missing part, the silent truth. The bottom gone, but still the proof.
I'm looking at the sky where the starlings glide. 7.6 clicks per second in the low earth ride. 550 kilometers up, orbital pride. But from the ground that motion's all in your ride. Aquila in the stratosphere, 20 clicks high. Cruising just 100 an hour, barely cutting the sky. But till the math right, match the angular rise. And the slow moving drones, I was looking satellite wise. Height over speed is the secret design. V over hertz, right the rate of the line. Angular drift that your eyes redefine. So a chill little craft can look orbital fine. Apparent motion got you thinking it's a bird on fire, but it's only in your sideline where illusions conspire. Starlink or Aquila, man, the tricks in the wire. Change the height, change the speed, fake the cell at your choir. You see a point at the horizon, start cutting the path. You think LEO satellite, but that's tricking your math. Cause the limit of the sight line is a playful craft. Dropping altitudes so low it multiplies its draft. Take a drone at 2 clicks, push a modest breeze. 40 clicks an hour, man, that's nothing but ease. But your brain sees a rise with a Starlink tease. Cause the angle of approach is the same degrees. Master climb from the horizon to the mid sky stands. Give it timed elevation in a smooth advance. And the past duration feels the same at a glance. Your senses swear it's LEO, but the drone's in a trance. Apparent motion got you thinking it's a bird on fire, but it's only in your sideline where illusions conspire. Starlink or Aquila, man, the tricks in the wire. Change the height, change the speed, fake the celestial choir. Your Starlink sweep is fast, 25 degrees a minute, but you draw that drone lower, now the game's infinite. Because H in the denim lets the speed stay timid, while the angle of velocity looks just like a Leo gimmick. Aquila at his test site, now the climb was slow, but tweak the craft of altitude, get the motors a go. Then the rise time, fall time, all the time as you know. Start matching orbital passes in a one-man show. From beneath the track, you swear it's spacebound flight, but move one step sideways and you break that sight. Still from the center line, vantage in the dead of night. A cheap drone can mimic Leo like it's doing it right. Yeah, appearances deceive in the fields of sky, where a drone and a satellite can look eye to eye. Starlink or Aquila, doesn't matter how high, when the angle tricks the sensors and geometry lies.
They say see the signal, trust the screen, but people look at shadows and swear they see the scene. Truth ain't what you're shown, it's what you verify alone. They sell you dashboard graphs and shine, dress a lie in numbers and call the fiction design. They fake the Doppler, fake the climb, fake a satellite drifting through celestial time. Got a drone with a beacon and a pretty UI, pitch deck, orbit, and an animated sky. Investors clap, never question a line. If it looks like physics, that's good enough to buy. People trust the signal and the signal just a story. Mistake a plotted curve for scientific glory. Nobody checks the angles, nobody checks the ground. They just nod along when the right graphs come around. Looks right, feels right, people never fight it. Dress a dream in data and the crowd just buys it. Truth hides behind the things they don't review. You don't beat the physics, you beat the people who do. You can spoof the truth if the crowd don't test. Just mimic all the patterns that they expect. Fake the past time, fake the arc in the sky, fake the heat map glow of a satellite flyby. The fraud ain't beating sensors, it's beating belief. Cause humans chase comfort when the facts get brief. Complacency's a weakness, verification's rare, and the lies moves fast when folks don't care. They'll trust the pitch deck over starlight beams, trust a GIF over geometry, fantasy over schemes. If the chart looks smooth and the colors all glow, they'll fund it in a heartbeat. Truth won't even show. Looks right, feels right, people never fight it. Dress a dream in data and the crowd just buys it. Truth hides behind the things they don't review. You don't beat the physics, you beat the people who do. Give them sleek UI, watch logic die. Show a rising curve and they won't ask why. No Doppler, no parallax, no radiometric view. Just a PowerPoint orbit and a promise to trust the graph, trust the team, they say. While the real world truth quietly slips away. Fraud don't need magic, just the right design. If complacency's the lock, presentation is the spine. History repeats cause the pattern never ends. If the data looks real, they'll call the liar a friend. Theranos in orbit, just change the domain. You fake enough signals and the world says amen. But a sharp mind knows that appearance ain't proof. And a chart with a heartbeat don't make a claim truth. Trust is a weakness when the test ain't done. And the scam needs believers, not a smoking gun. Looks right, feels right, people never fight it. Trust a dream in data and the crowd just buys it. Truth hides behind the things they don't review. You don't beat the physics, you beat the people who do. Yeah, any story can shine if no one checks the light. It ain't about the science, it's the trust that takes the bite. So verify the world or get fooled like they do. 'Cause lies don't beat nature, only the people who do.
Sit down, globe believer, yeah, you in the back. Start waving screenshots like you're bringing real facts. You don't know the distance, don't know the height, don't know where the curve should be. If the globe was right, you quote numbers from memory like a half-awake kid. But when I ask for the sources, you forget what you did. You say horizon proves everything. Okay, slow down. Tell me how far it is, genius. You can't sit down. Pay attention, classes in session. You're believing without checking. That's the first regression. Infrared invisible, ain't bending the same. But you post blurry screenshots like it settles the game. Pay attention, look before believe. A claim without substance is paper thin, weak. Measure your distance, your height, your refraction. Until then you're just guessing with misplaced traction. You got city skylines way farther than they should be, but you never plot the miles, just do. Look, I can see you don't check the atmosphere, the temperature band. You don't even map the target, do you understand? Light bends in layers, yeah, that's basic stuff. But when I say compare wavelengths, you freeze like it's tough. If infrared drops early, invisible goes long. That's the air telling you something, not your belief song. Pay attention, stop guessing the view. If you don't know the numbers, then the numbers on you. Every model means nothing if the data's ignored, and every claim turns to dust when the evidence is stored. Pay attention, quit playing pretend. If the world is so obvious, then measure it, friend. Look first, think second, don't build on a myth. Belief without substance is a tower built on myths. Tell me how far the mountain is, no, don't estimate. Tell me how high the shoreline sits, don't approximate. Tell me where the curve should fall if the globe holds true. And show me how your photo even matches the view. But you won't, 'cause you can't, you don't check that part. You just trust what you're told, like it came from your heart. Yeah, at the moment someone questions the lens or the light, you fold quicker than a student who forgot how to write. You keep drawing side view diagrams flat on a page, like the world is a blueprint stuck in engineering stage. Or the graphic ain't perspective, that's your first mistake. 'Cause no eye sees sideways through the scene you make. You map curves from the side, then compare to the front, like the camera's supposed to see the world in a stunt. But perspective compresses distance, that's how sight behaves. Lines meet, floors rise, and the far field caves. Pay attention, classes in session. You're believing without checking, that's the first regression. Infrared invisible, ain't bending the same. But you post blurry screenshots like it settles the game. Pay attention, look before believe. A claim without substance is paper thin, weak. Measure your distance, your height, your refraction. Until then you're just guessing with misplaced traction. So here's your homework. Yeah, I know you hate that word. Next time you show a picture, make sure the numbers are heard. Check the wavelengths, the distance, the height of the place. Then bring it to the table with a straight, honest face. Yeah, we
Leonardo the cosmos with a patchwork scheme. Stack theories like scaffolds on a sight unseen dream. Dark matter in the shadow cause equations don't fit. Ghost mass in the halo just to make the mass stick. Rotation curves wild at the galaxy rim. So we summon hidden particles to keep the plot trim. But the maps don't match up with the shapes we predict. Simulations paint a picture but it's all eerie's big. Every mismatch we see we slap a fix in the code. But the cracks in the model keep exposing the load. Maybe time to trace the chain, track the logic that we laid. Check the axioms again, see where error got made. Astronomy in crisis, equations on ice. Foundations unstable, pay the paradigm price. Before we build the tower to decipher what's above it, the first rung again, that's what the earth really was. Recheck the cosmic ladder, premise by premise. If the bass ain't sound, those skies gonna limit. Cosmic dawn looking older than the model allows. Ancient giants in the deep wearing premature crowns. JWST pulling fossils from the formative night. Massive galaxies evolve when they shouldn't alight. And the Hubble ray split got the teams in the fight. Local methods say one thing, CMB says not quite. Two clocks ticking different in the cosmology hall. Means the framework is bending like it's due for a fall. Black holes too big, too early on the stage. Growth curves can't explain how they age that age. Or we infer them from the signals but the core's unfound. Only shadows on detectors and the map we crown. Astronomy crisis, equations on ice. Foundations unstable, pay the paradigm price. Before we build the tower to decipher what's above, hit the first rung again, that's what the earth really was. Recheck the cosmic ladder, premise by premise. If the bass ain't sound, no sky's gonna limit. Photometric redshifts with the margins too wide. Sim bias, dust bias, cosmic variance. Beside we code the universe tight, but the physics is loose. Subgrid fantasies giving theory a boost. Maybe it's time to rewind the chain of deduction. From the furthest galaxies to the ground we're constructing. So we audit the assumptions from the bottom up phase. Start with Earth is motion, orientation, the ways. Our coordinate frames define the whole cosmic maze. If the first rung wobbles, every height betrays. Not replacing old science, but we test what we trust. Empiricism, razor cut, slice off the dust. Critical realist with the logic tuned tight. Rebuild the cosmic ladder till the base is right. Astronomy in crisis, equations on ice. Foundations unstable, pay the paradigm price. If the universe whispers that our steps ain't aligned, then we check wrong one, see what truth we can find. Recalibrate the ladder from the earth to the vast, cause the future won't stand if the first rung's passed.
You learned it when you're young, didn't choose that frame. The classroom globe, sitting center stage of your brain. Repetition makes the fiction feel like natural law, and every textbook echoes what the last one saw. And once it's in your head, it's hard to break that mold. The mind prefers the stories it already holds. Familiar feels safe, and safe feels true. So you start seeing only what fits that view. You see what you're told to see. Women write the script for your mind. Belief gets deep, like a root in a tree. Confirmation in every sign. If the picture starts to shake, don't fear the cracks you find. Worried for you as the old walls break and you get back your own design. Strong belief is powerful, reality bends. The brain fills gaps with the tales it defends. You stare at the sky and the sky stares back, but the meaning you give, it follows your track. When the model's installed before you learn to doubt, you grow up seeing what's inside the box, not out. A form of hallucination, entrained perception, a lifelong loop of self-re-injection. You see what you're told to see. Women write the script for your mind. Belief gets deep,
like a root in a tree, confirmation in every sign. But if the picture starts to shake, don't fear the cracks you'll find. We're here for you as the old walls break. Shows your planet spinning through space. Every news intro puts the globe in your face. It's not proof, it's programming, visual repetition. The culture keeps the model in perfect condition. And when you spend your life defending that view, some cause whispers don't start something new. Stepping back feels like stepping into the cold, but courage starts when the story gets retold. It's not your fault if the default's stuck, if the system taught certainty, not question or love. Breaking illusions, a heavy climb, but the weight gets lighter when you take your time. You're not alone when your worldview shakes. Growth lives right where the structure breaks. You see what you're told to see. Women write the script for your mind. Belief gets deep, like a root in a tree, confirmation in every sign. If the picture starts to shake, don't fear the cracks you'll find. We're here for you as the old walls break and you get back your own design. If the old land slips and the new one forms, hold steady through the mental storms. Truth unfolds when you look with your own eyes. We're right beside you as the veil unties.
They say a shadow in the city, and a well with none at noon, is all you need to measure earth. A perfect little proof. But every step is built on something hiding in the back. A quiet set of premises that no one ever tracks. Parallel rays from a sun unmeasured, two towns drawn on a perfect line. Distances guessed, not truly captured, but the story's told like it's divine. Shadows and assumptions stacked beneath the claim. Inference on inference, treated as the same. Only what's observed is solid on the page, but the leap from sight to certainty is where the errors reign. Shadows and assumptions, that's the hidden cage. The angle's there, you can measure it. The data isn't wrong. But data isn't destiny. The chain can still go wrong. Multiple models fit the scene, yet only one's declared. The underdetermination's there, but it goes unrepaired. Local sun or distant giant, curved or flat, the math can bend. If the premises stay silent, you choose the answer at the end. Shadows and assumptions stacked beneath the claim. Inference on inference, treated as the same. Only what's observed is solid on the page, but the leap from sight to certainty is where the errors reign. Shadows and assumptions, that's the hidden cage. Appearance is an ontology, a lesson easy to forget. Logic needs transparency, not stories we present.
Shadows and assumptions, listen to the signs. Test the hidden premises, follow every line. Truth is never threatened when we question every stage. It's reasoning that strengthens when we learn to turn the page. Shadows and assumptions, step outside the cage. Yo, I roll with the memes, but I don't vibe with the code. I'm a critical realist, I falsify by default. 15 degrees, yeah. I see a sky rotation, but that's relative motion, not an earth spin proclamation. Optical gyros drift me till you climb elevation. Then the data goes rogue, breaks the model foundation. Optical anomalies, sad-yak deviations. If the numbers don't align, that's a model violation. I ain't saying what it is, I'm eliminating what it ain't. This is empiricist logic, not belief, not faith. Ground too flat, then the cosmic ladder shakes. Radius wrong, then the whole sky map breaks. No assumption, no spin, the globe straight to the bin. I'm just cutting out the noise till the truth drops in. Detecting relative motion, that's Mach and Einstein. But Earth must spin is a non sequitur line. Local frame test can't pick the culprit out, so attribution claims, yeah, I black them out. Accelerometer silent, where the model needs shout. Where's the orbital pulse we should all read out? Pendulum persists, then the Alice freaks. Anomalous blips when the shadows peak. Yo, that ain't proof, that's an open critique. I ain't saying what it is, I'm eliminating what it ain't. This is empiricist logic, not belief, not faith. Ground too flat, then the cosmic ladder shakes. Radius wrong, then the whole sky map breaks. No assumption, no spin, the globe straight to the bin. I'm just cutting out the noise till the truth drops in. Falsification is the blade, I'm a razor technician. Stripping models to the frame like a clean demolition. If prediction keeps missing, I withdraw recognition. I don't pray to equations, I demand repetition. Repeatable, verifiable, data-driven derision. Every contradiction's ammunition for revision. This ain't a flat earth belief, it's a flat earth condition. Epistemic precision, empirical incision. So I stand in the middle with the real technician. Real left feet position, not belief but cognition. Signal in the noise, I'm the pattern's mortician. Killing every model with a failed prediction. When the data don't match, I revoke permission. That's empiricist logic, the only true mission. Peace out, 24/7 flat earth discord, where the globe goes to die.